together.
Like suits and stuff.
I'm just having fun. Don't
Let's
mind
keep.
me.
We touched the ground and had another premonition. Basically, I saw the demon, the one who's been going around trying to make deals with Kindred. I remember in the premonition he was saying he needs 7 more souls before he can release Beelzebub, the Lord of Flies.
Y'all better get out of that house.
What is the definition of insanity?
Going crazy.
It's to keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting it different. And with that, Kendra, we're going to call this session the finale of Montgomery by Night, Season 1.
All right. Make sure everything can be heard. I'm being heard. Okay, sweet. Greetings, Kindred, and welcome back to Montgomery by Night. My name is Joe, and I'll be your storyteller for tonight. These are my handles at the bottom of the screen. You already know me, DJ Torador, Nolafanger on Twitter. We're going to pick back up from last week's episode, still called One More Time. But we have one of our other kindred back, Alex, who plays Ezekiel, has come back from vacation, so we get to do his story as well. Also, Jericho's box is still black because he's still out doing what he's doing. We wish him well. He'll come back soon. So prepare for what happens with Taryn later. But anyway, before we get started, and the kindred introduce themselves, I'd like to issue a warning. This is a rated M or R or X or whatever rated mature stream. An actual play. This takes place in the world of darkness where things do tend to go very dark. There's a content warning about this. We'll be talking about vampires, blood, sexually charged situations, demons, violence, so much violence, voodoo dolls, all that good stuff like that. If it's a little too much for you, mute the stream or come back another time. This will be on the Twitch channel as well as be on our YouTube after I put them all in order. So you'll be able to watch those per your own time when you want to. But remember, take care of yourself. It's important. And have fun. So, starting with Ezekiel. It's going to be the first one. Introduce himself.
Hello everyone, you probably know me as Alex, the Camarilla Tremere in Montgomery.
Bihan.
Hello, I am Tay. I play Behind the model who recently chose violence.
And Aiden.
Hello, I'm Aiden Kill. I'll be playing Vittorio Giovanni, and I am the Hakata.
Thank you, players. And thank you, Kindred. Also, another thing for the viewers, hate the characters, not the players. Again, this is a rated M for mature stream, and they're playing some really fucked up people. So, just roll with that, as long as you know that it's not the characters. Excuse me, it's not the players. It's the characters. So, based on that note, we're going to first start with Vittorio. Vittorio, it's still the same night. On another side of town, Bihan is dealing with an issue, and he's in a truck speeding away right now dealing with something that will come up at a dramatically appropriate time. And it also involves Ezekiel, because it seems like they're going to coalesce at the same time. But Vittorio, you are at the, as you called it, the school for wayward kindred who don't know their sires. So it's like foster's home for imaginary friends, but vampire related. And you were talking to Melanie, the recently now turned anarch, Lasombra, who was talking to you about the location of one of the anti-tribu Tremere. Luca is still with you. As I said before, like, Even though I've given up that title of being part of the Sabbat, even though I never really was, I've always been independent. I, people still are clanist because we work with the Sabbat, and they tell me things. You're muted.
Sorry.
It's good.
From one victim of clanism to another, believe me, I can understand. Being Giovanni, let alone being Hakata, doesn't make me much friends.
She kind of plays with her little rainbowish colored hair, and she's like, ooh, the clan of death. You guys are interesting. Do you happen to know one named Carlos? Resolve and composure.
One second.
Mm-hmm.
I flipped it over so I could take notes.
Okay, that's cool. Give me your resolve and composure.
Thank you very much for...
Let's see how much this triggers your character.
Absolutely, positively no successes.
Oh, Vittorio. No bestial failure?
No bestial failure,
Okay.
but no successes.
This Melanie mentioning Carlos to you brings up that memory of when you were being contained by him against your will and forced a siring of Noah upon you. You remember the scene of the room, the gruesome room, the reason why your compatriot also doesn't remember you. You also remember you siring Noah and him feeding on his supposed friend, you're not sure. And it makes you uncomfortable, and you begin to really, really tense up. Tense up to the point that Luca notices. And you try to speak, but nothing comes out. And let me see if Luca will do this. Let's check Luca's stuff real quick. Luca will. Okay, he's good. Luca will take his hand and put it on yours, and it feels very warm in a very comforting way. And Melanie, let me see, does she recognize what's going on? She does not know. So she continues to talk, and Luca still kind of holds your hand. So I met him. He's an awful son of a bitch. I don't mean to be clanist, because that means that all Giovanni know each other, but what he did to that poor old lady was fucked up. Luca speaks up. What'd he do? He couldn't have been that bad. And she cuts her eyes at him. Oh, what you think was bad? It was much, much worse. Much worse. It couldn't be. He says. So she says, well, if you wanted this old lady named, I want to say her name was Virginia. He had pretty much carved her out and was wearing her like a jacket. That's all I'm going to go into, because I had to see it. Oh, I used to be a cleanup crew for a lot of kindred up and down the East Coast and the South. That's what we do. But I don't want to hold you guys very long. So, you want to know where this anti-tribute person is going to be? Well, if you play your cards right, you can capture him and do what you want. I'm trying to remember, is his name St. Francis or St. Thomas? It's one of the saints. I know, Lasombra, I should know about the church, but I was never religious when I was embraced, even beforehand. But he's going to be there tonight. He's going to be at this church that I've been put in charge of. And I don't I don't know what he's doing there. And that makes me uncomfortable. Also, I don't think you should go alone.
We have people.
Okay. And as when you say that, you see a shadow kind of creep up from behind her desk, her chair, and it drops a pen on the desk, and she's like, "Thank you," and she begins to write this location, and she slides the paper on the desk towards you.
I take it and I look at her and say, would you care to join us?
You want me to come? Um, oh, well, I wasn't expecting to do field work tonight. I've just been doing a lot of intake for the new kindred that have been coming in. Um, one moment. She kind of like flits about on her desk and she pulls like a old little a rotary phone and she hello. Yes. Would you please come into my office, please? It's important. Thank you. Um, it's just a few moments. Do you guys need refreshments or anything like that?
I'm okay.
Good. Luca nods and he's like, I'm good. And then Luca turns to you and he's like, are you okay?
I'll get through it.
You know, if you want to, you want to talk about it, we can talk about it.
I'm kind of sick and tired of my business being put out there.
Did I?
No, not you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Just seems like everybody already knows.
well, if you want to talk about it, just know I'm here. Melanie kind of leans on her desk a little bit like this, and she kind of smiles at both of you. So, how long have you guys been a couple?
This is date number
Luca,
2.
Luca's face, his cheeks turn pink. They reddens. I'm sorry.
I look at her and say, this is date number 2.
What an interesting choice for a date is to come to the school. I'm not judging, just interesting.
It's a matter of understanding the family and a matter of understanding the clan.
Luca still doesn't say anything.
We prioritize. There's nothing that says we can't have fun, but there's nothing that says we can't get work done.
Fair. A few moments later, you hear and Melissa's come in, and the door opens, and you see Sylvie, the woman you met, the dark-skinned woman with the white hair. She has on a white, billowy shirt that is kind of, but at the risk of this sounding really fucked up, she kind of looks like a medieval bar wench outfit that she's wearing. With the bosom, and her hair is down, and of course, and she smiles, comes in, and she has this really big flowy dress on that stops just above her knees, and she has on these like cowboy boots. And she comes in, and she says, "Hello, I got your call, your request. Oh, and you have guests too. I know you. I don't know you." She points to Luca. Luca stands up. I am uh, Luca Santos. Okay. And Mr. Giovanni, I'm aware of you. We have met. What seems to be the issue? And Melanie says, "So I gave them information about a possible Sabbat lead, and they want me to go with them." Sylvie kind of, her eyes narrow a little bit, and then she kind of frowns, and then she's like, "Have you done all your work?" "Yes, I did all the paperwork. They're all ready. Intake is done, at least for tonight." "I don't see why not. Um, Remember what we told you. Be mindful of your shadows, and don't kill anyone." Sylvie excuses herself, and she leaves. "Well, I guess I can go with you guys."
I take the paper with the address and stand up. I help Luca to his feet, and I look at her. "So, you can't kill anyone with your shadows."
"It's a long story. I can talk to you about it in the car if you want."
"We should make the most of what time we have," I say. I lead them out to the car.
She's like, "Wait a minute," as she pulls out a drawer, and she pulls out this red Blackberry from like the early aughts. Um, and she has a purse that she's taking with her, and she puts on purple lipstick, like a dark purple lipstick, without a mirror, perfectly, without smearing it or anything. And she looks at you and smiles. "Oh, I can't do mirrors. They don't show me."
That's interesting. Well,
It's,
let's head on. Let's head on out, Vamp Mom. We'll pick up the kids on our way to soccer practice.
Luca. Melanie doesn't respond. You hear the sound of her heels as she walks out the door with you guys.
Alright, we head to the car, and once we're there, it's time to make a battle strategy. I give a call to Ricardo. Call, not text.
Okay.
And see if he answers if he's busy.
He answers immediately. "Hello, son."
"Papa, feel like going to church tonight."
Are we evangelizing more into our family?
Well, let's just say I've got a lead on a Sabbat member. They're supposedly going to be at this church tonight. I could use the backup.
You give me the address and I'll meet you there.
Always getting you into something, aren't I?
I don't mind.
I give a kiss on the phone, sending now, and I hang up and I send him the message with the address. Then I call Duncan.
Okay. Duncan picks up on the fourth ring. Hello?
"Have you seen any of our new guests yet?"
The car just pulled up.
See if you can get the deets of who they are, and then meet us at this address. I need some backup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Alright, talk to you soon.
Right.
I go ahead and hang up and send him the message.
Okay.
And then I look at Luca. I give him the address.
Go ahead.
I give him the address, then I turn to Melanie and I say, if you feel like explaining, you can explain the whole I can't kill with my shadows, even though that's my whole deal.
Well, first of all, and this as the car pulls off, we switch over to Ezekiel. You wake up in the chantry. Give me a rouse check, please.
Yes, right away.
Got it.
I passed.
Good job. Your beast is calm for tonight.
Actually, I am at hunger zero because of the thing I did with Merlinda, or
Mm,
the thing that
you did.
Sakaraya did with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been at hunger zero for the last night.
Ooh, so lucky, Tremere. How lucky you are tonight to not be hungry. You don't hear that voice in your head you normally do. For the first time in a long time, you feel satiated. What?
I get
What?
up, get up of.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I get up of bed. I call Charles.
He's already there. He's waiting on you. He has your clothes. He's had them washed and pressed. You are actually waking up in a bathrobe.
All right. Okay. So I stand up from the bed. I approach Charles and I give him a very warmly hug.
Oh, oh.
And I say, Charles, please remind me, the house and the things that we have in Chicago are still under your name or somebody else's.
They're still under my name, sir.
Okay, so please contact some real estate agent and put them on the market. We're cashing out.
I'll do that immediately. Um,
Try to make the most of it, please. I wouldn't want to see our belongings being sold like,
yeah.
cheaper by the dozen. But I understand if you can't get the best price in the market, but try
Well,
to do your best.
currently, with how the economy is in this country, sir, it's a seller's market. So I can sell it for a lot, and we can. I'll give you all the money.
All right, fantastic. Oh no, you just while I'm talking to him, I approach the mini bar, mini fridge,
Mm-hmm.
and I take one of the glasses, and I look for a knife, and I cut myself in the wrist, and I pour Vitae on the glass.
Okay.
And while Charles is talking, I hand him the glass, and I'm like, "Here's your fix."
He takes it.
Just transfer the money to yourself. You can keep in charge of that. As you know, I am like legally dead. I've been legally dead for some time now.
Yes.
Also, please contact Angela and bring her here. I'll be back in like maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. Do you not need me, sir?
Just do that, and I'll meet you later on right here.
Oh, here is your shirt, your jacket, your I I folded your underwear and
Uh,
socks and everything.
you are wonderful. What would I do without you? And I just dress up as fast as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll go to the sub level and I'll look for Uglosata.
You walk out and downstairs. You don't see Uglosata, but you can feel Uglosata in the room.
I'll close my mind and I'll picture the rune I drawn on his head,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to summon him by focusing on the rune.
It doesn't take much. You feel like the ground shake a little bit under your feet, and then Uglasata kind of comes out of the ground and is standing in front of you.
Um, is there like a recipient or a glass around here somewhere?
Yeah.
I'll do the same. I'll put Vitae on the glass and hand him over to Uglosata. But before I do that, I'll dip my finger on the blood and redraw the sigil on his
Mm-hmm.
on his
Okay.
front. and then I'll give him my blood for him to drink.
He drinks it.
Okay, and I'll say, we're going on a field trip later on, so I'm gonna be needing your services.
Yes, sir.
All right. Um, See you soon. And then I'll head towards Merlinda's room,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll try to multitask and also I'll send a text to Bihan if possible.
Okay. What's the message?
I say, cousin, uh, uh, fund. Uh, how do you say fund collect? Is that the right term when you
Fund
go to these places where people raise money for something? Fundraise.
fundraiser. Yeah, a fundraiser.
Fundraiser. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm sorry. So I'll text him, cousin, fundraise tonight. If you're interested, bring your oldest shoes.
And on the other side of the town, behind you'll be getting that message as John has his foot in that tank. Y'all are flying up the boulevard. But so he'll get that message.
Okay. Then I'll go towards Sophia's room
Okay.
and I'll knock on the door.
She opens it. Hello.
And I say, hey,
Hey.
uh, strip field later on. Wanna join?
Yes.
All right. Do you have like waterproof boots?
Yes. They're really old. Um.
Bring them on. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the lobby in like 15-20 minutes.
Okay. I can do
All right.
that.
See you there. Then I'm like super busy and inspired tonight, and then I'll go towards Merlinda's room
Mm-hmm.
and knock on the door very respectfully, like,
The door opens slowly.
and I just very carefully pulling my head in and be like, "Hey, lady progenitor, mother of a soul, just checking up on you. How are you? Are you
I
feeling better tonight?"
I'm not 100% back to normal, but I'm getting there.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just gonna go and busy myself with something tonight, but should you need anything at all, you can just text me or let me know, and I'll drop whatever I'm doing and come back for you.
Of course, my child.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
And the
and then
door
I'll go.
closes by itself as you leave.
Okay, great. Then I'll go back to my room and see if Charles already is back with Angela.
Yes, Angela is there. She runs up to you and hugs you around the neck, and she's like, "Oh my God, darling, I've missed you so much."
As I'm hugging her, I go towards the glass that I used previously,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll do the same. I'll pour Vitae on the glass and hand it over to her and say, "Me too. Here is your fix."
Oh, is this like this cherry limeade stuff again? It's so good.
It's so good.
Oh my God, yeah. And she, oh, it's like it's like vodka and a little bit of bitters and some
Listen,
grenadine. Uh-huh.
I have a job for you. I need you to go downtown and go run some sports stores. I don't know, Target, Kmart, whatever you can find.
Uh-huh.
Go take Charles with you and purchase as many sport bags as you can, as many as you can carry, but don't buy them all at the same place. Like buy a couple or a few at one supermarket, then move to another and buy
Okay.
another. Okay, just buy the biggest ones you can find and as many you can carry. And I'll text you a location later on to meet me there.
Okay. And I'm going and she reaches out and like puts her hand on your face. I get to see you again?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be spending a lot of time very soon,
Oh my God.
like a lot of time.
So I'm so glad because I broke up with my
Yes, yes,
boyfriend for
and
you.
oh, I'm so sorry, and I kind of like pushed
No,
her away
I'm
from it.
I'm okay with
Call,
it.
call Charles, call
He's
Charles,
probably gonna go
and
jump off a bridge, but I'd do anything for you.
thank you, bye. And I
Okay.
close the door, and I move towards the computer,
Okay.
and I'm going to open the whatever search tool the Tremere uses. I'm sure it's not ShrekNet. Maybe
It's not
it's
Shrek Net, no.
maybe it's like I don't know, whatever.
It's
So
a
I'll just
you can
I'm
use
going
it.
to I'm going to like go I'm going to Google like um what's the smallest less digitalized bank in Montgomery?
Hmm.
Like the more traditional bank, like that doesn't have that much uh, digital banking or bank application. That usually the customers have to actually go to the bank and deposit money in cash. Um, you know, the most traditional, but at the same time the smallest bank in the city.
Give me um an intelligence and streetwise
Okay,
if you have it.
I have.
Okay.
Can I search?
Absolutely, if you want to tempt the beast.
Yes, because I've been spending a lot of blood tonight, and maybe I should, you know.
Go for it and see.
Oh, I failed. Okay.
Oh, that didn't last long, did
Yeah.
it? And you hear that voice. Well, it looks like you do need me.
What would I do without you? Especially tonight. I'm gonna need you more than ever.
I know.
So I have two extra dice for my
Yep.
search, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that is intelligence plus streetwise.
Yes.
Oh boy, I have like three successes, and on my red die I have the scope.
That's fine. So three successes is enough. The bank you find is called Sirchester Bank. They
I know,
just
please
they
do.
just they just call it Sir Bank. The Bank of Sir is what people call it.
Sir, can you spell that, please?
Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, Sir Bank. Okay.
Yes.
So I look for the address. Um,
It's not too far from your location,
okay.
and it's
And
open.
then,
It's open at this time of night too.
okay. And then I'll look for, after that, I'm going to go to the Chantry's library,
Okay.
and I'm going to look for the city's sewers. How do you call damn it, blueprints.
Blueprints.
I'm going to look
Yes.
for the sewers blueprints, and of course, I'm going to try to find the closest sewer to the bank.
That's not hard. You're able to go to the library. Um, they have blueprints, and you're able to see that the closest one is right in front of the bank. There's like a manhole right there in front of the bank.
Okay. Um, then I'll go towards my car and I'll call Charles and I'll tell him to meet me, not at that one, but the right next one,
Okay.
like the second closest to the bank.
Okay.
And I'll tell him to meet me there, and I'll just drive straight towards there. If I see this weird uh, cool parade thing when you have to come out and they kind of lay down so you kind of step on them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like try to raise them up, like have some dignity, goddamn it, in order
They're
to survive.
when you come out, they just bow. They don't get on their hands and knees like you've seen before.
All right, so I'm going to. I'm having some like an idea. I'm going to look for like for that line of bulls. I'm going to look for like the biggest and like the baddest.
Evens or odds?
Odd, please.
Wow. You find one. It's
Okay,
a
I'll approach him and be
tall
like,
guy. It's a tall guy, bald headed, white. He has a red. He's redheaded. Well, redheaded mustache and beard. Um, he's swollen, and he bows to you, and then you catch your eyes meet, and then he immediately looks back down. And he's like, "Sorry, didn't mean to look up at you."
um, would you care to join me for a trip field tonight, please?
Yes, master. Whatever you want.
First off, just call me Ezekiel.
Yes, Master
Stop
Ezekiel.
with the master thing, please. Just call me Ezekiel, okay?
Yes, Master Ezekiel.
You know what? Just follow me.
Okay.
Um, and I'll jump into the car and go straight towards the place I told Charles to meet me.
Okay. It doesn't take long.
While I'm doing that, actually, I'm gonna let. What's this guy's name?
Gus.
Gus, like
Yes.
Gus. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna let Gus try,
Okay.
and I'm going to look for in my phone to see if I have Anastasia's cell phone, or in case I don't think I have her number. Hunters, but I'll try to find Anastasia's first.
You have her number.
Okay, so I'm going to send her a text
What's
and
the
tell
message?
her, my dearest Baron, good evening. I was wondering if you have a middleman that handles the daily and daily in quotes the daily business of kind. In case you do, please be so kind to provide me his contact information. I have a need of him, her, need of them. XO E.
As soon as you push the send,
Respectfully, XO E.
as soon as you push the send button to her, you immediately get a message back from her, and it has their contact information.
Great.
It's actually two.
I'm gonna save them, but I'm not gonna text anything yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna save them. And I won't do anything else until we get to the place we're going.
Okay. And we'll pause that for quick, and we're going to catch up with Bihan, who is, I don't know how Bihan is feeling right now with John in the car, rage driving as he's flying down the road. He has, turned his console over, and he is. I'm sorry. He's playing the song that is playing, with Aaliyah and DMX back in One Piece. hmm And he's like, the dog say, what? What? And he's just like, he is, as he's driving, literally to that song.
I'm in
Why
a
don't you
very
care for me?
sour mood.
And then you hear like a, oh my god. Oh, oh god. Oh god. What is this? Is this,
I'm gonna
oh my
check.
god, where am I?
I'm gonna check my phone,
Okay.
and I'm gonna text Ezekiel back. I
Okay.
guess if I got that message,
Yes, you got that message.
and I'm going to just say okay, question mark, question mark,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna look over at John, and
Keep talking. I'm gonna
I'm
turn that
gonna,
fan down. Sorry.
gonna
Keep talking.
put my hand on the shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "You did good. You did excellent."
Thank you, Master.
When this is finished, anything that you want or need, just ask for it.
I appreciate that. I only live to serve. Oh my god, it's like so dark in here. Like, it's just, it feels like I'm in a. Is this even. Is this even the Eddie Bauer version of this car? What's going on? It's
Um,
so trash. Oh my god. Oh, oh.
can we
Is this a body? Oh my god, it's a body.
see this a little? John. She's starting to wake up.
She? Oh my god, are you misgendering me? What is going on? They're being obtuse for a reason. It's not a thing.
Very,
Two.
very patient.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna roll the window down.
Okay.
Try to drown out that sound.
Like, hello, I know you can hear me. I'm starving back here. I need food, and there's like a dead body here, and it feels gross, and it seems so poverty stricken.
I'm gonna text Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
um, and say,
It smells like cold bologna sandwiches and mayonnaise. Oh my god.
I brought a present. Well, I'm bringing a present.
He sends back a gif of, I forgot that guy's name, but he's like, for me? Is what he says.
I don't see anything back.
Okay. Time gets, starts moving a little bit, and John takes that road, and then you can see the chantry in the at distance. I know where you're taking me. I don't want to go to. I don't want to go to the Red Roof Inn. It's so gross.
I'm gonna. Is John? Is John wearing a tie?
Yes.
I'm gonna take John's tie off, and I'm gonna crawl in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna cover that person's
As
eyes
you're getting
or
close to
that
him, you're
victim's
like,
eyes.
you better be bringing me food, peasant, while you're sitting here doing all that other stuff. And while you.
Just shut up. I'm gonna crawl back up to the front. Oh, that sounds so much better.
And John pulls into the chantry. What do you require, master?
Grab the mouthy one, and we're just gonna bring them in. They're gonna be gifts. I'm gonna get out and help him open the trunk.
Okay, you open the trunk. You know, there is your doppelganger. Um, the Samisi character that John staked for you. And the young gentleman that I told you to like Caduce is there also. And he has been very quiet. Actually conscious. And he's been crying. His face is puffy. And he still has the gag in his mouth.
I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab the hand of the the staked person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna drag them out of the back of the truck.
Okay.
Um, then I'm gonna lean up to the little baby that's talking and pull his gag out.
Whatever I did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Please. You want money? You get my pockets. I got like 500 in there. Um, my, 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 my social security number is 742.
Hey, sir,
I don't believe you because
Hey,
that Japanese guy came and beat me up, and anytime someone says it's gonna be cool, it's never cool because then you're like tied to a chair and they're cutting your dick off, or they're like cutting toes or shoving bamboo shoots under your fingernails. I saw Anaconda and I've seen Charlie's Angels 6 times.
I think any of that happened in those. Um,
You didn't see the other version. It was only
okay.
released in Japan, and it was so bad it made 7 kids cry.
I can make 7 kids cry. Um, I'm going to need you to
You can have the money, you can have whatever. Just don't, please. I'm begging you.
I'm gonna need you to forget this.
Okay.
Um,
He's only going to forget this part of this conversation. He has not. He's not going to forget the whole thing of what's just happened.
well, you know what? Let's bring him in too. Never
Okay.
mind. I
Okay.
won't do that. I'm just gonna stuff that back in his
Oh
mouth.
wait.
Shh. If you shh, you go home.
Mm, mm,
Don't say nothing.
mm, mm, mm. And he doesn't
I
say
got you.
anything else.
I got you. So I'm gonna stand him up,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also going to continue to drag this Samitsi person by the hand on the ground. Um, and I'm going to tell John to get me.
John picks him up effortlessly as they are thrashing about. John takes the time to slap, backhand slap the fake you, and the fake you was like, how dare you? You hear, how dare you? And the Thai comes a little bit. Like, how dare you? I will buy you and sell you on the black market
Wow.
in Cambodia and make you work.
That is not me. Yeah, we're gonna take
How can I be
them
you?
inside.
I'm me. You're just an imposter pretending to be me. Besides, I make the money. I exist. You're just. He looks at you. Trash. Fake
Who
trash
is
pretending
that?
to be me.
Is
And
that
John.
Gag?
No, you're not. Okay.
Do I sound like that? Like I don't talk like that, do I?
Are you saying this out loud or are you talking to John?
Both. Like I'm asking myself this question and also the universe. Like, is that me?
John, ever so subtly, shakes his head and proceeds to carry you. And then he looks at you. Master, what do you want me to do with the TRL man?
Um,
And then, Caduce looks, turns his head, but does not say a word.
take him to where you guys hang out and make sure nobody bothers him.
Yes.
Get him some food and make sure he doesn't talk.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any like ghouls coming towards us?
Yeah.
Um, hey, can you take the thrashy one right here?
The man, brown hair, green eyes, um, a little bit of a mustache, porn stash, kind of looks, and he looks very flabbergasted at what he's seeing.
No question. Take it to the dungeon.
Wordlessly, they take you away to the dungeon.
And I'm still dragging the other one in by hand,
Okay.
following them.
right. And you are in the common room area of the chantry, so to speak. It's pretty dark, not dark, like quiet. No one's in here. There's like maybe three people, and when they see what's happening, they vacate. They just leave.
I'm looking around. Guess I'm gonna go to the throne room.
Okay.
Gonna drag him over there and knock on the door.
The door opens, and you see Hunter.
Gonna
Hunter's wearing a black mesh shirt. You should see his chest and his little nipple rings. And he has his hair brushed and waved, and he has on like those. He's kind of sagging. Has on like those black and one leg is black, one leg is white, ripped jeans, and the little belt clasps that were popular in the early aughts, and that belt, that black and white pushed belt with the two prongs. He's wearing that, and he smells like Dracar Noir. And he's like, "Hey, baby, where you at? What you got? Oh, you really did mean that gift, huh?"
and I kind of
You toss it
sling it
at him.
over there. Mm-hmm.
He, with one hand, "Come on in." And who do
Thank
we
you,
have here?
Joe.
What is this, huh?
That is apparently a Sabat who has been using a fake puppet of me to go around and, I don't know, do things for them.
Oh. Hmm. All right.
Oh, I also have the puppet of me. The other ghouls have taken it down to the dungeon.
It looks like we're going to the dungeon, huh?
I would love to. I am still at 103.
Okay. Let me see if Hunter notices your hunger. Let's see if the Baron is aware of his partners. Hmm. That is a 2. He's not. He's more into this, what you brought. He hasn't paid attention to it. And he won't say anything unless you mention it. So he will take this person he's holding in one hand and walk with you down the hall towards the dungeon. You go down the stairs, not too far, and you're at the dungeon doors.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out my phone too and text Ezekiel and say, I'm at the big house? No, that's jail. I'm,
Kind of racist, too.
yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
at the castle, I guess.
Okay, we've established that the Hakata Manor is called a spaghetti castle, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what you would call the big chantry. I mean, I guess we will see if Ezekiel can interpret that, whatever that means, and not go to the spaghetti castle. But okay, so you go downstairs, and into a hunter, of course, very gentlemanly, opens the door for you and throws this creature, this burned person, into a chair. And as you see, he's been placed in the chair. You see the like one of those uh, chairs they would put people in, and it like locks his arms and his waist into the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter goes to a table and he gives you a knife in like a little sheath. Do you take it? Okay. The other two, John is not here. You took him to another spot, if I'm not mistaken. So John is not here, and the other guy isn't. But the puppeteer, the puppet, and you were there, and your puppet self is strapped down to the chair, and they are thrashing in this chair as well. Hunter kind of saunters over to this your copy. It was like, what the fuck is this, huh?
Yeah. I mean, take the gag out of his mouth and see what it says. He has a lot of mouth.
He kind of looks at you and smirks, and then he pulls the thing off. Ah, ugh. At least the tie was silk. Ugh, not that polyester crap. Oh my god. Oh my god, is this a kink dungeon? This is. Oh my god. Oh my god. I still have to blog about this later. Um. Oh. 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 Hubba hubba. Hi, I'm Bihan. I'm the model. I'm the best. So nice to see you. Hunter's eyes, he blinks and doesn't say anything. Um, and he looks, the fake you looks at you. Go on, introduce us. Come on, you do what you're supposed to do.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
What the fuck is going on?
exactly. It seems like they put me together from a
Hunter walks over and kind of
gossipard.
took this thing, and you see the hole in his neck that you ripped out. He was like, "Is that straw?"
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and your fake youth is like, I mean, I can have anything inside me. Like, you never know. Could be straw, could be hay, hey girl, hey. Could be you. And Hunter takes, when he says it could be, Hunter takes 4 steps backwards.
Yeah, creepy, right?
Oh, seems like we'll have us a nice night tonight. Huh?
The best.
All right. And on that, we'll switch back over to Vittorio in the car with Luca and Melanie as you're headed towards this location, going to meet Duncan as well as Ricardo. And Melanie is at the cusp of finishing her story about how before she became an anarch that she had massacred an entire school field trip of older teenagers. She says, well, Camp Crystal Lake had nothing on me. Like, I just enveloped them in darkness and I ripped this guy's head off and I made him and his friends play volleyball with it.
Well, I can admire your enthusiasm, but I'm trying to figure out why.
It was what I was told to do.
And you just do what you're told.
They, there really wasn't much of a choice.
I can understand that more than you realize. So because of this, you can't use your shadows to kill.
Well, not people.
I see.
I can pin them down. I can, like hog tie them, but I can't, you know,
You can't take a human life with them.
no.
I understand. Well,
Also,
hopefully in this situation we won't be dealing with mortals.
it's, I can't, I can't do it because it's not right. Anyway, and she kind of lifts up her part of her dress on her arm, and she shows you her wrist, and there's a brand on it, like someone
Can I do an intelligence and occult to see if I know the brand?
Mm, actually,
Or is it just obvious it's a brand of some sort?
give me an intelligence and politics. Make sure everybody can probably hear my dice in my hand.
5 successes.
Okay.
I got a lot of intelligence.
All right. That's cool, Ezekiel. Um, when you look at this brand, um, this is it's two pieces. It is a symbol of the anarch movement. The little with the pieces on her arm for the branding. But there's also um, a marking that is Tremere. Of from that your success, it's the house of Itzimus. It's the one that's all about openness and fighting the people. It's a completely anarch house of Tremere. You've the Tremere are not very forthcoming with their secrets at all. The fact that you know this is because of something you saw in passing that a Tremere was reading, and you just happened to see it in your own life, and they insisted that you never speak of this, or they would personally find you and exsanguinate you. And younger you took that very seriously, but that's what this is. And you can kind of, through a little process of elimination, know that this is something Hunter did.
I just nod. I don't say anything about the brand.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I can do. Oh, we're here. And she said, whoa, who is that good looking Dilf? She kind of points out the window, and you can see Ricardo leaning against his car. Uh, he is standing there. He has his shoes. He's not in his shoes. He's kind of standing in them, on them, and he's kind of leaning against the car and playing on his phone.
When she says that, I turn and look at Luca and I say, "That's my father."
Luca, oh, wow. I guess I gotta introduce myself.
I open the car door and open the door for Melanie.
Thank you.
As soon as we park, I put up my finger like this and grab my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a call to Vivian.
She answers immediately. Yes, sir.
Have you found any information about the possible thin blood with the Zamitsi contacts?
Yes.
I understand. We'll touch base on that in a little bit, but I may need you and Noah here right now in order to provide backup. I make sure as I'm talking, I walk further away.
Whatever you want, sir. I can do it.
As I whisper into the phone, we are here dealing with a possible Sabat situation, and we have a Sombra with us. I would appreciate some backup, just in case this particular Sombra turns turncoat. Right now, she says she's part of the Anarch Rebellion, that she's one of us. But I'd much rather have you in the wings, just in case.
All right. I'll be there.
I'll send you the details.
Duncan has already sent it to me, sir.
I understand. Make sure you bring Noah with you.
Of course.
Understood. See you soon.
Bye. She hangs up.
I hang up and pocket the phone as I walk over to the others.
You see Luca um, talking to Ricardo, and you coming back on, and he's like, "Yeah, Luca Santos, and I'm on a second date with your child, your son." And Ricardo doesn't usually make a lot of expressions on his face. This one, he is genuinely, he raises an eyebrow, and he looks at you briefly, then looks back at Luca, and he's smoking a cigar as he's playing with his phone. What are your intentions with my son? You can audibly hear Luca gulp. Uh, you said this is a second date. Yes, yes, sir. And how is it going? Fairly well. I see. That doesn't answer the question. What are you planning to do to him? And he says, whatever Vittorio wants, um, with consent. Like I'm not like a creep or anything. I just, I, I really like him, really smitten with him. I see. He looks to you. Is that true, Vittorio? Are you smitten?
Um, I look at him and I give him a genuine smile and nod and say nothing else.
He nods back. Um, Ricardo puts his hand on Luca's shoulder and was like, "All right, tread carefully." And then he moves his hand from his shoulder to Luca's shirt, and then picks it up and then lifts Luca 3 inches off the ground without any sort of strength, or just he just because if you hurt him, I will take great pleasure of putting you on the wall and cutting each and every one of your fingers off one at a time, then putting them back on and cutting them off again. And don't get me started on what I'm going to do to your heart. And then he brings Luca back down. Luca, again, uh, yes, yes, sir. And he smirks and he kind of smiles and he looks at you. I like him.
I nod as I step forward,
Luca
getting
turns
ready.
around from that. And he's looking at, well, walking away from that in your direction, and you see him beat red.
I take his hand and direct him back over. I say, here's how this is going to work. Duncan, Ricardo, I'm going to need you on surveillance. See what you can do about getting into the eaves. Keep an eye from above. Me and Luca will surveil from the ground, and Melanie, you provide support with the shadows, just in case we need it. You hang back.
And Ricardo's like, oh, Shadow Dancer. Interesting. Haven't seen one of you in about 25 years. And Melanie, without trying, will put her foot in her mouth and say, um, that's because you weren't looking hard enough, Daddy. Mr. Ricardo. Mr. Giovanni. Um, you actually see Ricardo genuinely surprised by her statement, and then he kind of leans back a little bit in his car and he smirks. And Melanie, if she could blush, she like She kind of makes that face, and he kind of, to no one in particular, he's like, "Does everyone have daddy issues?" Interesting. And then she turns and looks at you and she mouths, "I fucked up."
I smile and give a genuine laugh as I put my arm around her and I say, "There's just something about them necromancers, huh?"
I.
Alright, it's time to kick up dirt, so let's work. I lead everybody.
As you make that statement, you see headlights coming and they turn off and they park next to you guys, and it is Vivian and Ricardo. Excuse me, Vivian and Noah.
I just look to the others, take your stations, and I head over to them to prepare them for the situation.
Okay. And what are you going to say?
Well, of course, Luke is coming with me because he's sticking by my side.
Yeah.
I walk over to Vivian and Noah, and I say to them, "We're staking out the place. Possible anti-tribune Tremere is here. And of course, if he's here at a church, this is a normal place for the spot to do shit. So keep your eyes on the swirl. I look to Vivian and say, stick to the shadows, just in case we need someone to take out. You know who."
Mm.
I look at Noah and I tell him, follow Vivian's lead, back her up.
He's wearing sweatpants and sweat clothes with tactical gear on top of it. He has like a Kevlar vest on, the little the green the goggles on his hat. He has a MP9 gun on his side, and he's comfortable with tactical. You see, like he has on boots and they are steel toed. And apparently, in this, he's taking this very seriously. And as you are like kind of watching him as he kind of walks to, he doesn't say anything. He just nods when you speak about it. He has on brass knuckles. A little over the top.
Ooh, we're ready for anything, aren't we?
A little over the top. But Noah seems to be really down for whatever this is. Melanie looks at all of you and she smiles. Her fangs descend. And then she kind of takes 3 steps backwards. And the shadows begin to swirl around her. And then she's gone.
See what I mean? Okay, so Vivian and Edgelord, back us up. We're going to be surveilling from the ground.
What's
I have
in awareness?
Ricarda. Oh, hang on a minute.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get my phone real quick so you guys continue. What was the roll?
I got 5 successes, but 2 messy.
Oh. You got 2 messies, what you said?
Yar.
So you got a messy critical?
Yes, mass.
Oh.
To gain mass.
Alright, that means you gain a hunger.
This really isn't the opportune time for
How many hunger do you have, Vittoria?
Now 2.
Okay. You could eat.
It's respectable. You could eat.
You could eat.
Alright. 5 successes.
This is great. As you're about to make this big talk to the others, you see where Melanie was standing and you see the shadows kind of move by your feet from where she was, and then they dart off towards that church.
Alright, everybody take your positions. We head for the church. Me and Luca are going to stay to the ground. We're going to keep our eyes out, keep low.
You see, Noah from his pocket pulls out a silencer, and you see him screwing it onto the MP.
You know, the word try hard the phrase try hard gets used a lot, Noah. So just, stay alive.
Are you saying that out loud to him?
Yes. Because I can't keep my mouth shut.
He he looks at you and is like, Dad, I got it. I'm gonna fucking prove to you that I'm fucking worth it. So, yeah. So what? I'm ready to go.
Results, son.
Also, he pulls out his phone with the gun and stuff, and he selfies with himself. Yeah, that's gonna look good later. And then he says, the hoes gonna be watching. And then he proceeds to
in
walk.
tactical gear, social media. Oh my god. Never mind, I don't have time for this. I crouch low with Lucas staying to the ground. We're gonna look for places to hide amongst the eaves or the confessionals so that we can keep track of who's coming and who's going. Hopefully, we'll have Ricardo in the wings above us with Duncan to give us some support from above. And I've got Noah and Vivian coming in with Shadow Girl with the backup.
Very fair.
My shit is planned and it's gonna fuck up in 2 seconds.
So who's going first? I should ask this question.
Me, always.
Okay.
I put myself out there before I put anyone else.
Fair. Fair. Okay. You you guys approach the church at different variables. You see Vivian has found some trees, and she has climbed up the tree, and from her bag she is screwing together a sniper.
That's my girl.
Noah, she looks down at Noah and she does the Noah. And let me see how stealthy he is. Actually, he's actually pretty good with stealth. Put this here, because this is your child that you sired. Ooh. Going to burn a little power. Oop. Shit. Dropped it. Nope. Didn't make it any better. He got one success. So he is, as he's trying to be very quiet, he's doing the creeper walk.
Yeah.
You hear the of the tree, of the branches, the old branches and the leaves, and he's like, he stops in mid, and he makes a face, and he's like, ugh. And as he's trying to determine if she could go forward, he's like, you see a shadow tornado form under him, and he's like, oh, and a shadow covers his mouth and lifts him to the other tree and pulls him and sets him there, and the shadows retreat back into the shadows. And that's Melanie.
Alright. I'm taking out my little.
All those, I don't, excuse me, I want to remark, all these dice that he had, because he's really good at stealth when I created him, he only got one success. Just one success.
That's because all the shit he was talking. But anyway, I keep low and take out my antique snub nose. It's the only gun I have ever
The
had.
fact that I know what that is hilarious. Yes. Very Bond.
And, huh?
Very, very Bond. I'm here for
Yes.
it.
And I keep low, crouching as I enter with Luca, and we begin to make our rounds, searching.
Luke pulls from his side that you didn't know he had. Puka Red Hawk gun.
The fact I know that,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. At first we're going. At first I'm keeping him by my side, but then once we get to a certain, you know how it's square like. Once we get to one corner, I tell him to go that way, and I'll continue this way. That way we split up and cover more ground.
In your ear, you hear Ricardo's voice, and you can smell that woodsy smokiness from him and his cigar tobacco. I'm going to the back door. And then and then you don't hear him anymore.
I keep low with my gun out and make my way in amongst the eaves towards the side corners here, probably where the votive candles are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I did a lot of research.
You did. I am very impressed. Good job. While we wait for Ezekiel, we can play this out because he's going to be next. We you are able to see this, and you see four people kind of bound together in a circle, but they're not gagged or blindfolded. And you see, give me evens or odds.
I'm gonna say odds.
Okay, it was even. Um, Never mind. It's not worth. Don't worry about it. Well, um,
Go ahead.
uh, how close are you getting? Because you can see this. You see a gentleman. He is not one of the saints that you have met. This is somebody different. But
The
they
minute I,
but
the
they
minute
do
I
have
see
that sigil for the Tremere that have been
anti-tribune,
on his forehead, and
the minute,
he has on these
go.
robes, these purple robes that look like wizard robes, and they have like stars on them and stuff, like very wizard. And
Like 1980s wizard.
yes, very that. And I have his name. I'm looking at it, and I will say, I will give you a hint. It's from a movie. Just go with the wizard thing, but that is their name.
It can't be Harry Potter.
No,
No, Merlin.
that's his name.
The minute I see them, I activate call it unseen walk.
Unseen
That's not what.
passage.
Thank you, unseen
Unseen
passage.
passage. Unseen passage. I have to make sure it doesn't require a rouse check. Because here at River Region Studios, because I moved, I have forgotten all my paperwork. But I do have my handy, trusty notes on my tablet. So you're trying to do. That's obfuscate. You're trying to do unseen passage. It is a rouse check.
Uh, 1 second while I get a rouse die.
And as you're getting that, I'm going to play out the scene. So there's this man in these robes. He has on.
Yes, pass.
Good job. He has on a beige shirt and like dark navy blue pants and those brown baroque loafers, and he's like drawing something with like a picture of something, and it's thick. It looks like blood. It smells like blood. And he's like, yes, yes, say it, say it. And one of the people that's standing there is a blonde woman, and she's like, I can't believe we're actually about to participate in a seance. This is so amazing. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Hecate. And they're like, oh, this is so much fun. Like, and the lady's like, oh, Merlin, you're really one for all the stunts and shows because like this is amazing. We're at like this church, and I cannot wait to be sacrificed to the demons to bring this back. This is so cool. And you said this is for what now? He was like, oh, and to complete your wizarding training. She said, oh my god, wizarding. I sound like an old salt. I love this. Um, from this, you can kind of assume they don't know what the fuck is actually going down.
They
And
about to be in real trouble.
and from what you see is that they are bound, but it's like a loose bounding. Like if they wanted to, they could all collectively like do that, and it would just come off. They're not like super restricted, but they think this is a game. And also in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking, this looks very Tremere. I don't know Tremere shit. And yeah, this is happening. And but she's like, I just felt like saying Hecate, Hecate. That's right, right? The goddess of witches. And he's like, yes, yes. You remember from your Greek history class? Yes, I studied this extensively because if you say her name so many times, you invoke the god, and you don't piss off the gods. He said, yes, do not piss off the gods, and do not piss me off. She said, oh, no, no, I would never, never, never. I'm so excited for this. We're going to be sacrificed to demons. And she's kind of like elbowing at other people. She's like, oh my god, this is so much fun. I can't wait.
I want to rouse the blood real quick.
You most certainly can.
I want to rouse the blood to increase my ability to aim
You want
for
to.
my little gun.
Okay, you want to. That is your dexterity. Well, composure. You can roll it. Let's see what you get. Well, regardless of your roll.
How many die do I roll?
You want to rouse the blood? Roll one. Give me a rouse check.
Hunger increases.
Hunger 3. Yeah. You hear Carlo's voice. Oh, my child. Are we about to diablerize someone? Take his blood. Take all of it. Finally, for one fucking time, make me proud, Vittorio.
Alright. Perfect. I feel great about myself. As soon so how many points do I get to add to my
You could add 2 dice to your roll.
Okay.
So what is your intention? I'm trying to say.
As I'm intending to move so that I'm in front of him,
Okay.
and with the gun point blank, and shoot him in the fucking head.
Okay. Um, I'm going to need you to momentarily make a dexterity and stealth roll. Still, I add your obfuscate to that roll though when I tell you to, but to not step on these people and break your obfuscation. Once you get close enough, you see that it is a bunch of white people, blonde, brunette, black hair, and redhead. The whole color spectrum almost, and they look like they're rich, fuddy-duddy people. Um, you know, all that jazz.
I got a 4 in the stealth and dexterity roll.
Okay, good deal. You're able to successfully.
Did you add those 2 dice for your blood brows?
Oh, no, no. I'm sorry, didn't add those 2 die. Hang
Yeah,
on
add
just
those
1
two.
second.
Just
I'm
roll.
sorry.
You're good. There's no wrong. Just roll your 2 dice.
5 successes.
Ooh, even better. They don't even know. They don't even feel any kind of energy in the room that you're there. And let me see, is he aware of you? Because you shouldn't be. This is actually not a good roll for him, actually. Hmm. Well, he got 4 successes, but the margin is 5, so he does not notice you. And one of the other guys speaks. He's like, so Merlin, uh, are you really about to sacrifice us to demons? I can't wait to tell my children about this. It's going to be so much fun. And Merlin kind of looks down and he does this very sinister grin. He's like, you won't have to worry about your children. He, from his robes, he pulls out this being full of all this, a tome, and he cracks it open. And when he cracks it open, it floats a little bit. They're like, ooh, there's magic tricks. We're literally about to experience the best thing that Hogwarts could never. Oh my god. And he stands there, his eyes roll in the back of his head, and he says this sentence: oh, masters of the darkness, please summon Beelzebub, Baal. Bring Tartarus to the mortal world. Take my gift of these souls.
As soon as he gets done doing that, that's when I shoot him in the drop my obfuscate and shoot him in the forehead.
Composure and firearms, or dexterity, whichever is better for you.
Dexterity, for sure.
Let me see how his roll went off. So that's
Hit those 2.
1, 2.
And add those 2, gotcha.
4, 5 successes on his roll to summon whatever thing he's got.
Whatever the fuck he's trying to do.
And again, he does not know that you're there yet. His eyes are rolled in the back of his head because now he can't see you.
I got 7 successes, 1 messy.
Hunger increases again. Jesus Christ.
And at 4 is when I get stigmata.
Yep, now you're bleeding.
So literally they see me standing there covered in blood with a gun.
Blood, and they're coming from your hands and palms, and those shoes are now getting soaked with blood. Those poor silk socks. And as you appear in front of them, they're like, oh my god, what's going on? Oh, magic! And boom! Sorry, chat. You fired off right into his head. He flies back, and you can hear his body as it goes through the pews, and a boom, 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 boom. And his eyes were like, what the fuck happened?
I don't believe in wizards and fucking fairies. Luca!
Now, let me roll for Luca. Let me roll. Hunger. He passes. He gets 2 extra dice. Let's see how good his of a shot he is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. I'm going to burn a willpower just because. 7 successes. You hear a cacophony of the bullets leaving Luca's gun, the Putka Red Hawk, and into this man, and it slams into Merlin. The people are like, ah! They start screaming. They're like, oh, and one of the ladies, not the one that was speaking earlier, or the man, she screams, and they're like, oh, calm down, Mara, it's just part of the special effects. Oh, this is so incredible. Oh my goodness. It's like we're like in a Pixar film. This is so amazing. Okay, come on. So look, come on. Now, come on, let's do it. Bring the demon here. Everybody, bring the demon. Um, and when that is said, that person that said that, um, they are pulled up from that little thing into the ceiling of the church, and then it's just blood.
Fuck.
Think of like Freddy Krueger, just blood, and they're
That's what I
like,
was.
"Oh my god, this is almost realistic. This is crazy that this is like special effects."
Um, I have no time to tell them, but I'm getting these humans the fuck out of here. We've already got one sacrifice. We've got to get the rest gone now.
Make another check for Vivian.
What am I doing?
Vivian, Jesus, critical success.
That's my
4,
girl.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What?
You know what? Let me burn just to see, because she got all successes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes.
What'd she do?
It's quiet when you hear them screaming. And you see the gentleman that was speaking earlier, his whole head comes off of his shoulders. You see the shot from a window, and he gone. Also, part of the ceiling has come up as she has shot through the ceiling at this man, and he is now dead. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, these special effects are so real." Adam, Adam, that's enough. Oh shit, Adam, are you dead?
I walk over and grab her by the shirt, and I say, I am your fucking god. Now get the fuck out of here now.
I'm actually
Try to do an intimidation.
okay. Manipulation and intimidation. I was not expecting this to get so violent so quickly.
Do I still add the 2 for my
I say
rounds?
yes.
Okay.
Story check recommendation is yes.
Five successes.
And she's mortal. She doesn't really have that much. Let's see. That's 4 dice. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. She. Oh. Oh God, you're real. You are bleeding. Oh, praise. Yes. Yes. I will do whatever you say, my lord. I will leave.
Damn. Don't go too far. Hide behind the cars.
The other gentleman that is there, you see him being dragged. Like, he's like, whoa, this is, what's dragging me?
I use my Auspex ability to
Which
see
one?
the unseen.
Sense the unseen.
Sense the unseen.
It is free. Give me a wits and resolve. And we're going to take care of that and move on to Ezekiel. Because this scene just got hot for no reason.
Three successes.
Your successes is good. You do see an entity that's not shadowy that is pulling this person. It has talons and green grayish skin, black eyes, and it has a set of horns.
The fucking demon.
And as this person's being dragged, you see its mouth extend all the way down to the floor.
I can't fight It's obviously incorporeal, but Duncan, can you do something? I see an entity. It's trying to devour him.
All right, Duncan. Duncan and Melanie appear in front of those people, and you see Duncan quickly run over to where that guy is, and then Duncan disappears into shadows, and that guy stops moving. He stopped being pulled. He's like, what was that? And then you don't see Duncan nor Melanie.
I run over and pull the guy away from him if I can,
Mm-hmm.
and tell him to run. Meet with the lady outside hiding behind the cars.
And he does. And we're going to pause that scene and go over to Ezekiel. Ezekiel, you've made it to your destination.
Okay, once I'm there, I'm going to send. I'm sorry, I probably should have done that while I was moving towards the location.
We can retcon it.
So, all right, great. Sophia, Charles, and Angela.
Okay.
And I'm gonna text them to meet me there.
Okay.
Once we stop in the car, I'd like to roll down the window, activate Auspex,
Mm-hmm.
and heighten senses, and I'm going to take a careful look around to see if there are no cameras or anything that happen to be pointing at the manhole that I'm intending to get into.
That's a really good idea. Give me a wits and investigation and add your auspex level to that roll.
Very well. I am at hunger 1 with oh, this is a very good roll for me. 1 hunger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. I have 4 successes. 1, 2, 3, 5 successes.
Oh, 5 successes is impressive. In a country that is heavily surveilled, not as surveilled as the Chinese Communist Party does with the CCP, do not cancel us, um,
Or the British.
or the British. The British are really good about surveillance. Um, we tend to not realize that how we're always being watched at all times, everywhere and throughout our whole lives. If you scratch your ass and smell your nuts, or you scratch your breast or whatever, someone has seen it. But
How could I smell my nuts?
anyway, I'm
it's
telling
more
you,
difficult. It's more difficult than it seems, I'm sure.
not when you just. We're not doing this right now. Anyway, chat. No. In this area, there are no cameras. None. Zero. It's very quiet here. And you see people going and coming out of that bank area. But that's it.
Fantastic. While I'm waiting for I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm going to close my eyes and focus on the Losada rune, and I will summon him to this location. And after that, I'm going to start searching online, see if I can find out which insurance company or which insurance companies work with this specific bank.
Intelligence and investigation.
Intelligence and investigation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 0 successes.
Oh, shit, you don't know. Do you want to spend a willpower and re-roll that?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for them to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and while they do, I'm going to again close my eyes and I'm going to summon the blood in my body and I'm going to redirect it towards my arms, towards my chest, towards my back, and I'm going to start using the blood to become physically stronger.
Okay.
And I passed.
Good
I
job.
didn't get hungry.
All right. In moments, they pull up collectively and they get out and they see you.
How many bags did Angela bring?
Quite a lot.
Okay. So, is Ulosata here already?
Actually, quickly, evens or odds for Angela?
Evans.
She bought 60 bags.
60, like 60?
60.
Oh, okay, that's a lot of bags. All right. So, once I see them, I just make a gesture to them. I go towards the manhole, and now since I am super strong because I have strength 4,
Mm-hmm.
I open the manhole and gesture them to get in.
Angela, without even a word, jumps in.
Okay. Charles,
Charles does too. Sophia
Gus,
Sophia kind of looks and she's like, "Oh, okay." She jumps in.
Gus.
Gus does not hesitate.
Okay. I'll get in last and close the manhole behind me. And once we are inside the sewer, I'll just look at everyone and say, well, I guess you all imagine what we're doing here already, so let's try to make this as fast as possible and as quiet as possible. That's why I have my good friend here, and I kind of touch the wall where I feel Losata should be,
Yep.
and say, and he's gonna help us with the sneaky part. So just follow me and stay quiet. Watch your step, and let's try to get out of here as fast as possible. And I'll walk towards where I guess there should be an entrance, or I mean, probably there isn't an entrance towards the bank from the sewers, but maybe there is a tunnel that runs below the bank construction, the basement of the bank.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so once I am in that location, well, I guess it's that location. Like, um, I'm going to put. I'm going to try to use that thing that's happening to me lately, premonition, to
Mm-hmm.
see if I can get anything from
Oh.
from above where I am.
Premonition is kind of used to see the future or not. Rouse check.
All right. Oh, with thanks.
That's a pass.
Okay, so no hunger.
Okay. Resolve and aspects.
Resolve and aspects. Okay.
And because Sophia is here, add 4 dice to your roll.
Yay, Sophia! So happy I brought her.
Because this is one of her specialties.
I'm going to spend a willpower.
Oh, okay.
I only got 2 successes.
Okay.
But is that okay or?
I mean, you can spend if you want to. I'm not going to say yes or
But
no.
I mean, is it going to improve the premonition if I get more successes?
It can. It also
All right.
depends on what
So
you're trying to figure out.
well, that's a good point. Actually, I'm trying to figure out what could possibly happen if I send Ublosata through through the wall towards the basement and into the bank from below.
Let me make sure I got this correct. Are you trying to rob the bank stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. Okay. Susan
That's why I
says,
brought Ublosata because he can move through
yeah,
walls
that's
and
what I
solid
thought.
objects.
Very
Yes.
Ocean's 11 thing going on. That's fine. Um, Susan says this is good. You touch the lid, and your eyes roll in the back of your head, and you see Uglasata kind of moving with the wall into this basement area. You see a young man, about 25 maybe, um, pushing little, what has scared me, pushing like little bales of money towards this area to be put away for later. You see him look around, do some counting, and then you see Uglasata's claws swipe at him, and he turns into Swiss cheese.
Okay, so I approach Uglasata and I tell him, listen very carefully. You need to go up
Yes,
through the
master.
through the wall and into the bank. But there are people in there. Apparently, there is a guard or a worker. You are not to kill the worker by any circumstances. Once Uglasata has obfuscation, right?
Yes.
So once you materialize into the bank, you obfuscate and wait until it's completely empty, and then find your way towards the vault. Once you are in the vault, and I start handing him the bags, the empty bags of the empty bags. Once you're in the vault, fill them with money and bring them back here. Do this as many times as necessary, and bring as much money as you can. Do you have any questions, Warner?
No, master.
Okay. Please don't kill anyone. We don't want this on the news. This is very important.
He takes the bags that Angela had and disappears into the wall. Angela speaks up. So, what do you need me for, Daddy?
What?
What do you need me for, Daddy?
Uh,
Did I do
you know, we
good?
have to.
Did I do good?
Yes, you did great. We
Do
have to
you
carry the
do
bags
you
back to the
wanna
car, so
do you wanna feed?
uh, I'm fine at the moment. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate the offer, though.
I love you.
Okay. So I look towards Gus, Charles, Angela, and Sophia,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, "How are you?" I just ask randomly to the whole group, like,
Sophia was the first one to speak. She's like, "Well, I'm okay. I wasn't expecting to be part of a bank robbery. It's been a long time. You ever heard of Pancho Villa?"
"Yes, of course."
Yes, I helped with that a long time ago.
A question, my dear.
Yes.
I cannot pull up my phone. Probably I don't have any signal here, but I just entered to Google Maps anyway
You
to
do.
see
We
what.
have signal down here.
Oh, fantastic! I
Full
just entered
bars.
to Google. Great. That's weird, suspiciously weird. Hmm. Okay, I'll make a mental note to
Okay.
try to. But for the time being, I just show her the area of the city of Montgomery,
Mm-hmm.
and I ask her, do you know if there is any part of the city that isn't Baron's jurisdiction? Somewhere in the city that it's like no man's land, so to say.
Oh, yes. The airport.
Well, that's kind of the Sabbat thing of part of the city.
Well,
Another
you
place.
did say no barons. You didn't say not Sabat. But it is considered a no man's land.
Yeah, somewhere else,
Somewhere
maybe.
else? Well, there is a little tiny place called Millbrook. We don't own it. It's kind of a no man's zone. Um, there's a Walmart there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Listen,
Do you want to
decided,
go shopping for underwear tonight?
uh, not tonight specifically,
Okay.
but I haven't shopped underwear in a very long time.
You should always shop for better underwear. I've seen what you when you walk. It's a very nice walk.
Okay, that's I appreciate the candor, but I
Making me break character. Sorry.
I
Sophia.
I need to I don't know what to say. Like um, I was saying I feel like I'm going to purchase some properties here in the city. I decided that
Oh,
this place is far more interesting than old Chicago.
do you want to buy the
Probably
bank?
no.
Because I
But
can make the bank owner die a very painful death from a heart attack.
no need for that. No need
Okay.
for that. Um, the less people we kill, the better. You know,
Yes,
the whole
understood.
masquerade
Yes,
thing.
yes.
But I feel like I'm going to purchase a small place in the city
Oh,
to
wow.
put. Yes, but I don't want to be in anyone's else place, so to say. I mean, we are at the Chantry, and that's perfect because we are Tremere, and I am
Mm-hmm.
very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I need a place of my own to conduct my personal non-Tremere business.
You
You
want
know,
you want your own apartment or house?
yes. So I am looking
I can
for a
I can
place.
help you find that.
Great, but I like my place to be in somebody's in a place that doesn't belong to anyone else. Like I don't have to report to the local baron, count, or whatever you guys have
You
here
have to
as.
report to the barons? Well, hmm, I don't think any of them have reported. It's just that we need to know your face. That's all. But I can look for you if you want.
That would be great. You know what I'm looking for?
No, please tell me. She leans in.
Imagine this.
Yes.
You know these very old buildings, like
Uh-huh.
these very old buildings that were constructed by the government. You
Mm-hmm.
know those social programs for
Yes.
people that totally went wrong. Okay, I am thinking in a two-store building like
Mm-hmm.
that. You
Okay.
know,
Mm-hmm.
medicine first floor, hopefully with a very big basement.
Mm.
And if it happens to have a parking place around it, like a block away or maybe half a block away or something, it could be fantastic. If there is a parking place, like a big parking place, like for many cars, not just one space,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but not close to it, but near it,
Mm-hmm.
around it.
Mm-hmm.
There could be such a place that would be fantastic.
I will get on the internet and look for you. It shouldn't be hard.
Great, that's great. That's just great.
Let me roll for Ublasanta real quick. Make sure he doesn't kill anybody.
Okay.
One, two, three, four, five successes. Okay. He does not kill anybody. And I will. I'm going to roll 4 dice. And you tell me. I want you to guess evens or odds. And it'll determine the first amount of money he's going to get.
I'll say events.
Okay. Okay. Second dice.
Also even, please.
All right. third dice.
Uh, Also even, please.
Okay. Fourth dice.
That would be an odd, please.
Okay. Do the math real quick. Got me over here doing math, but I asked for it. And this one, that is a grand total of plus 80 plus 10,000 plus okay. Uglasata comes back into this tunnel and starts dropping bags in front of you. Angela goes up to one of the bags and she just opens it and starts to the money, and she looks at you and she just starts counting it.
Uh, let's do that later. How
Oh.
many bags did he bring?
Um,
No,
he had 60.
he brought back the 60 bags.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone, thank you for your company. Let's try to go back to the car, grab as many bags as you can, and that will be all for tonight. So, Ubloseta, if you would carry a few and maybe, fly to back to. Wait. I look at Charles and be like, remember that apartment, that haven I told you not to tell anyone about, not even me?
Yes, master.
Now it's the time for you to tell us where it is.
Ah, yes. Um, it is in South Montgomery.
Right.
Where?
Can you take us there?
Yes, I sure can.
Okay.
Or do you want any kind of smirks and points at Gus, or do you want him to drive?
I really don't care. Just take us to the safe haven, and Ubloseta, please follow us, maybe
Gus
from the sky.
Gus speaks and says, "I think I should drive. I think I'm better at it and a proper ghoul." Charles frowns and makes a really ugly face, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay. Time is of the essence, shall we? And I grab as many bags as I can. I hand over maybe one or two to Angela,
Mm-hmm.
one or two to Sophia, and just try to take them as much as
Angela will
possible.
take 10 bags and carry them.
Angela or Sophia?
Angela, not Sophia.
Damn! Oh my god. Okay. These goals are fantastic. I'll just okay. Let's go back towards the car, and then hopefully towards the hay.
Okay. Ugla Sato.
See if we can get there without anything happening.
And you just had to say that. Now I gotta.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't, but now I do. Oh, fuck, fine. You're able to get there unimpeded.
We are?
Yep.
Okay.
You got a critical success.
Okay, so what kind of haven is this? What place did Charles acquire or rent it or whatever?
Charles has this is a 2-story house. Has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It has a large pool in the back and a basement, which is very rare and weird for the Montgomery because we just don't have basements. It's very nice. It has beige colored paints, and it looks like a regular, really well-to-do house.
question.
Yes.
Do you think this house can be transformed into a red saloon, like the one in Swan Song?
Yes.
Or do you think it's too small?
Mm, I would say this is a perfect hideaway place, but I think the Red Salon needs a little bit more space here.
Okay, fantastic.
And there are
Great.
places in this area that can hold a Red Salon.
All right.
But I would, if
Uh,
storyteller recommendation and out of character, I would not recommend this house be that. Somewhere else.
Great, fantastic. So
Mm-hmm.
once we are there, everyone's there. I'll um, I'll just give randomly one bag to everyone, like one bag for Gus, one bag for Angela, one bag
Mm-hmm.
for and separate them from the rest and say this is for your time tonight. Thank you, and I'll just now let's try to figure out how much money we have there, and we'll start counting the money.
Angela raises her hand. I already counted it, Daddy. It's $255,000.
Not enough. Not enough. Not as much as I thought this would be.
Plus, and she kind of looks, I think Uglasata has the rest. So, and if I carry the math, do the math, and I carry the one, and I divide that by two, insert pi. 450,000 and 24 cents.
You're fantastic. I go ahead and just give a kiss on her front.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call this? It's not front, right?
Forehead.
It's forehead. There you go.
Yeah.
I just go ahead and give her a little kiss on the forehead. And I say, "You are great." Um. Okay, so let's find somewhere place to hide this inside the house. Maybe save a trap door or a fake wall or something. Try to hide the money there, and then if that's completed already, then I'll look for my belongings and see if I have the necklace or the earrings that Merlinda gave me that belong to Sylvia. Sylvia, the anti tributariador. Sylvia.
Mm-hmm. I know you're talking
Sylvia,
about.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. She did give me an item, but I don't remember what was the item.
We'll call it whatever you want. We call it because
Um,
I have my notes, but like somehow this got scribbled out.
okay, let's say it's a bracelet. So,
Okay.
um,
You do.
she did say make the ritual, and you will find Sylvia, but I don't know what ritual she's talking about.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, I'm thinking it.
Okay. Uh, Sophia will walk over to you and she says, "You're thinking hard. What's on your mind?"
I tell her.
Oh, well, that is illuminate the prey.
Oh, that's above my pay grade. I don't have that.
Don't worry, I can do it and I can teach you.
Okay. So I'm going to summon the cavalry, see if they care to join us for this, and I'm going to send a group text to the lovely group called
Okay.
Big. Uh, what was it called? Like the
Was it Big Dick Energy or something?
no, yeah, Big Dick motherfucker, Big D Mofos, but
Something like that.
also it was like the independent
Mm-hmm.
the independent anarcho party.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'll just send a group text to them and say,
Ooh,
hey guys, um,
Sophia.
I got a trace on the uh, Sabat Toreador. If you're interested,
4,
let me know.
5, 6, 7, 8
And I'll send that to
successes.
everyone.
Okay. Mass text to group chat. Toreador Sabat. And we're going to pause that part of your story and come back over to Bihan, who is now wielding a knife and a very mouthy copy of himself. And the mouthy copy, still strapped in the seat, kind of leans back. So, Daddy, is it? I'm strapped to this chair. Like, what are you gonna do to me? Show me how the less unfortunate survive by eating like lard and bologna sandwiches topped with peanut butter?
I'm gonna take that gag and walk over there and shut their thing's mouth again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I'm gonna look over at the staked individual
Mm-hmm.
and say, so what do we do about this?
That's up to you.
I'm gonna pull that stake out.
One moment. I'm gonna. Somebody's at my door. Y'all keep.
Uh, Ezekiel, I was wondering if you got that text.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, please?
The text I sent when I was saying that I was at the chantry and you asked about the boots.
I'm sorry. I didn't get that part. I'm sorry. What did you say in the text?
Oh, I said that I said okay. I sent that back, and then I said that I was at the chantry.
I'm so sorry, man. I totally missed that part.
Oh, it's cool.
Not bad. My food got delivered. Sorry about that, Kindred. Anyway, um, you were looking at the text messages, or what was going on?
No, it just behind it was reply to Ezekiel, but for some weird reason I didn't get that. Like
Oh,
me player didn't get that, so I totally missed that part. I apologize to
it's okay.
everyone.
Retcon it.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna pull that stake out and try to get some answers.
Oops. He he coughs. What the fuck? And as soon as he lays eyes on you, he tried to jump at you. He's like, I swear to Cain, you better let me out of this. You burn me?
What are you gonna
You
do?
burn me?
I'll burn you again.
And I will take out your heart and feast on it.
Sounds like a hot party. So, what's with all this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fake me? The copies being made out of straw?
So you're saying you're a copy? Interesting. Because as far as I know, the real one was at that truck stop.
Yeah, I've seen movies. I know how people do the mind thing. You're not gonna trick me. The whole situation that you have going on, I'm gonna need you to break it down for me. And I walk up to him with the knife,
Mm-hmm.
point it at his chest,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, and I mean really break it down. And I kind of push it in a little.
Mm-hmm.
Not too far.
Okay. You got that thing? You better know how to fucking use it. I'm not telling you shit.
I look back at Hunter and I'm like, I can pretty much do this all night if I need to. So
Hunter has this incredibly sinister grin on his face. And he just looks at you and he smiles and you see his fangs distend.
how is this person's feet?
They're bound. They're in some very nice Prada shoes.
Him?
Who, Hunter?
No,
The fake? Oh,
no,
the
the
gentleman. Oh, no, no, no. He's
uh-huh.
wearing boots. He is
Okay.
bound, but he's wearing boots.
I'm going I'm gonna use Touch of Oblivion.
Mmm. Oblivion power. And what are you going to do with Touch of Oblivion?
I'm gonna like start running my finger over his body
Mm-hmm.
until I get to his eye,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's a rouse check.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hold that finger over his eye.
Mm-hmm.
I pass, and gonna tell him
You
if
gonna
you
make
don't
his
start
eye
talking.
shrivel?
Yeah, I'm like if you don't start talking, pieces of you are going to start falling off.
Oh, you wish. You don't know what you're fucking with, boy. You are not the future. We will own this city. And we will purge this
I'm gonna put my
city.
finger in his eye.
Okay? And it begins to shrivel up. And he. Ah!
See the whole crazy religious cult thing that you got going on. You can do that somewhere else. Doesn't really have anything to do with me. But you're making it have something to do with me. And I don't like to be used.
If you just gave up your wicked ways and embraced the path of Cain, and you just did what you were told, this would go so much easier for you.
See that's it. I don't do what I'm told. I'm gonna put my finger in his other eye.
Okay. The same result happens. His eye shrivels up.
See, what I think is gonna happen is that when we're finished doing what we're going to do here tonight, you're gonna tell us everything. Everybody's names, everyone's hideouts, everyone's favorite foods. I feel like at the end of this, we're gonna be really good friends. And I'm gonna grab his face,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put my two fingers in his mouth,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shrivel up his tongue.
Okay. You're able to do that unimpeded.
Um, did I get a new text message?
Yes.
um,
Also, I need you to give me a dex and athletics real quick.
oh, okay. Um, ooh, what's technically X in athletics?
Yep. Let me roll a rouse check for him. He only fails. Oh, he's about to get some stains. Let me roll a rouse check to search. He fails again. Jesus, this is not good.
I got 5.
5 is good. 1, 2. Ooh, critical success. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes. You are able to get out of the way as he, with his now shriveled up tongue, just makes guttural noises, and you see blood start running out of his mouth, and you see his skin like bubbles, like it's like burning, bubbling, and you, as you move out of the way quickly, you turn around and you see Hunter is floating, maybe about a couple of feet off the air, and his palms, well, his wrists are bleeding, and his palms are coated in some sort of bloody sigil, and he's pointing his hands at this guy, and he is burning him from the inside out. And this poor gentleman cannot scream because he has no tongue. So he just making all of these odd noises. And the fake you was just like, mm, 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 mm. Oh my God, what wicked ways this is. Is this Wizards of Waverly Place or what? Jeez. I am going to call the police and I'm going to have you arrested for, one, kidnapping something so fierce and sickening, and two, for your bad fashion, and God, you cannot keep me here. I have legal rights. I have the First Amendment right. If you get close to me, I'm going to shoot you. I will shoot you.
I'm gonna walk over to that one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna punch it in the face as hard as I can.
Strength and brawl.
I'm trying to knock it out.
Okay. Strength and brawl. Let's see if you get it.
I have a mess.
Oh God. Y'all with this messy hunger.
I'm at 4.
Oh no. Well, isn't this interesting? Are you going to eat him, my child?
Can't eat strong like that.
Well, I just asked. Okay. What was your roll?
It was just messy.
So 4. You punch him in the face as hard as you can with that messy. You knock out 7 teeth out of their mouth. Their molars fly out. And again, no blood. And they're like, oh, those were expensive. I paid 20,000 US dollars in Rio for those teeth. Ooh, I can't wait to get out of here because I'm going to sue your ass for dental crisis. Yes, it is real. No, I did not make that up. And I attended law school for 30 minutes. So,
Is there anything?
You can hit him again if you like.
Is there anything in this room that I could just stuff in that mouth? Because it is horrendous.
Wits and investigation.
Wow. 3.
Look around. Um, there's a beaker.
Glass beaker?
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand why you're so jealous of me. I know I'm
I'm
pretty.
gonna
I know
take
I'm
the knife
beautiful. I know I'm
and
gorgeous. I know
I'm
I'm
gonna
sickening.
walk up to them and I'm gonna take
Also,
their
I want you to
shirt.
know I'm not into you like that. I am a total top, and you.
I'm gonna wow. I'm gonna cut that shirt.
Okay. You hear the
I'm gonna
satisfying.
I'm gonna
That was
ball it
Donna
up.
Karen. Oh my god, it's vintage.
And
2002.
I'm just gonna stuff. I'm stuffing it in there.
And what? Where?
In their mouth.
And they're wanting to resist. No, you cannot put anything in my mouth. I don't consent to that. Like I said, I'm a total top.
I
I do not fillate.
can't don't care. And I just
Shove it in there.
yeah.
Okay. And you hear more teeth breaking as it enters their mouth. And they're in there.
What did that text from the group chat say?
It is about the location of the Toreador Sabat.
Mm, sounds juicy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I reply. I'm gonna grab that beaker
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna walk over to uh, the one that's bubbling in the chair
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make a deep cut
I felt
right
that.
under their rib cage
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna fill up that beaker.
With Vitae.
Mhm. And I'm gonna cork it.
Okay.
Is Hunter
Hunter has stabilized. His eyes have returned to normal, and he still has the sigils on his hands, but he's enjoying whatever you're doing. He kind of walks
I'm
up behind you and kind of takes his arm and put it around you, and then turns your neck to the side, and then he just licks it up to your ear, and he says, "Oh, now, chef, we got plenty of time to have fun, and I can't wait when this is done. Me and you, just us."
um
And then he puts his arm out where it has been slit, and then he was like, "You hungry?"
I'm gonna grab his wrist and say I'm gonna have to run in a few. Apparently there's another Sabat and tribute that we just found the location of,
Mm.
and I'm gonna take a bite.
How many are you gonna take?
Uh, I don't wanna. I'm gonna take. Ooh, I'm at 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take 2.
Okay. Let me see if he gets hungry from this. First one, no. Oh, no. He's able to maintain his beast.
Okay. I'm gonna thank him for the sippy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna ask him to look after that beaker of blood for me,
Okay.
cause I think I want to do something with that later.
You know he will.
Um, then I'm gonna text that group chat back and say, send me the location.
I'm assuming
And
for Ezekiel that you send him the location.
yeah, more than likely. So I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna go find John.
Mm-hmm. He's not hard to find.
And I'm gonna tell him somewhere else to be.
Yes, master.
And I'm gonna head towards the car.
Okay. And we're going to pause that as you leave to meet up with Ezekiel at this location. And we're going to come right back to Victoria, which I think is the perfect one to start to close this night out, at least. Victoria.
All right. As soon as I see Duncan and Melanie, I
Mm-hmm.
keep wanting to call her Molly. Don't ask why.
I won't.
As soon as I see them disappear, I reach into my bag and grab out the stake. I'm running towards that anti-tribune and staking his ass immediately.
Okay. That is, give me a strength. No, Dex and melee. And because Luca is there, add 4 dice to it. Because Luca's actually very punchy. Because as you get there, Luca has a gun pointed to their head.
Um, 6 successes,
Holy
no hunger.
shit. Like a hot knife through butter, Merlin panics when he sees the gun and he sees you, the bleeding from your forehead, your hands, as you right into his chest. He does not have time to react. He's still recovering from the events of being shot at by you and being flung into the pews.
Um, I yell for Noah, get this corpse out of here, put it in the car. And I
Noah,
get up.
Noah Superman crashes from the ceiling into the church with the gun. Ah! Oh. Oh.
We appreciate the zeal. Now get the wizard here and put him in the car before somebody tries to take him.
Yes, Dad. And he picks up
Fucking
Merle.
kids. I start assessing the situation, checking out the monster and seeing what's going on with that.
Which monster?
The supposed demon that was trying to eat that guy
You do
who
not
I
see
saw with us.
any of that. You don't know where that is. After Duncan came, and it went with Duncan.
All right, I'm going to use my Oblivion Sight.
Oh, okay. To look into darkness, it activates.
Yes. I'm looking for Duncan. I'm looking for Melanie, or I'm looking for any problems.
You don't see Duncan. You do see Melanie.
Um,
No problems
I
as of yet.
all right. I look at Melanie. I tell her secure. I look her, dead in the eye, as like, oh my god, he can see me, kind of. I say, secure the area. I'm going to go deal with the fallout with the humans.
She just nods.
I head walking towards the door. I look over at Luca. I say, cover my 6.
You got it, babe. Victoria.
No problem. I walk outside and give a thumbs up to Vivian in the tree. And now I'm heading over to the human survivors. How many are there?
Minus that of 1, there's 3.
Alright.
Okay, so like, well, 2, because you made one of them leave the church, because you said that you're God, and the other 2 are still behind. There's only one that's still sitting in that circle, and the one that got carried off, but he's like he's helping her get the ropes off of her and stuff. And she was like, that was absolutely ravishing. Oh my goodness. So is he going to come back down, or is like it's all part of the magic show? Like,
I turn to look at her and
oh
I
my goodness,
use
dear, you're bleeding.
mesmerize.
You're bleeding. Okay, mesmerism.
Mesmerism.
She's an unsuspecting mortal. It works. What are you going to say?
Um, I look at her, I say, don't speak. Then I'm going to use Forgetful Mind.
Okay, say the words.
When you showed up here, Merlin was nowhere to be found. You spoke the words and saw me. And you remember me with the blood.
Are you trying to use
This is.
rationalize, or
Mhm.
you're using rationalize or mesmerize? Because
I'm using.
you said cloud memory. I mean, forgetful mind.
I'm using the Forgetful Mind in order to change memory.
Okay. Forgetful mind is more like why don't you just forget you ever saw me? That sort of thing. Is that are
Okay.
you trying to restructure their memories?
I'm trying to restructure their
Do
memories.
you have rationalize?
Damn, no.
You know what? Tell you what. Quick little assessment here, because I have the book. Because I could always be wrong, and I think I may be incorrect. And if anyone's in the chat talking about it, please don't hesitate to let me know. But dominate, forgetful mind. You are actually, yes, I was wrong. It's a rouse check. You got hung.
Passed.
Okay. Whew.
Passed.
Okay. And you're going to rewrite their memories. Continue.
Rewriting their memories, Merlin never showed up tonight. But they decided to try and do the ritual on their own because they wanted magic. Some demon shit showed up and I saved them. Me, the bloodied corpse before them. They will remember this face and nothing else. They will only remember showing up and being saved by me. The real magic.
Okay.
And because of that, they won't remember anyone else or anything else but that. And I make sure to take their IDs.
Okay. Not bad. Okay.
Because it's an interesting thing that this happened because I meant to start a cult.
Okay. Takes victims' IDs. Okay. And what do you want them to do? You want them to stay here? You want them to leave?
Um, I want them to I want them to walk away with a sense of awe. Keep it to ourselves. Ooh, it's real magic and stuff. That's still intact, and to just go as far away from here as possible right now.
And they will leave.
As
Luke,
soon as they go ahead.
Luca comes up to you. Um, you, you took care of that? You okay?
Yeah, I took care of it. No
He
problem.
kind of looks all over you. Are you hurt?
No, this is just something that happens when I'm hungry. No, I'm being serious. I'm not being sarcastic.
Do you
This happens when I get hungry.
do you need blood?
I put a blood-drenched arm over his shoulder and lean in towards his neck and say, "Are you offering?"
Yes.
I step back and hold his like this and kiss him and say, "That's very sweet, but I don't feed on my own."
He turns
After
bright red.
that, I'm going to help in securing and searching the area. I want that tome.
It's still on the floor.
I snatch it up and look through it.
Give me a willpower roll, all of your unspent willpower.
Four successes.
That's good.
Where did that come from?
You open the book, and like in the movies, it blows your hair back a little bit, and this green mist starts coming out of it, and the book practically almost speaks to you, and it says in this voice, "You've opened me. Now summon me."
I'm gonna slam the book shut if I can.
You can. You.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I say this goes into the Forbidden Archives.
All right.
I gather everyone together. Good
Mm-hmm.
work, everyone. It's time to head back to the Chantry with our prize. It's time to head back to the stronghold with our prize.
Absolutely.
And I think it's about time. It's about time the boss met the new boy in town too. I say as I put in a bloody arm around him again. That and I need to get cleaned up. Let's roll out.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Let's go. And
I sit in the back with him and toy with his hair.
who? Lucas?
Luca.
Okay. He's okay with that. Melanie decides she'll drive because she feels that you guys need a moment.
I look back. Is no one in the car with me?
Noah?
Mm-hmm.
No. He's with Vivian.
Um, I get out my phone. I take a selfie of myself covered completely in blood with a smile and a thumbs up and send it to him. Good job.
He responds back with like a little gif of him with the gun, with him almost kissing the gun.
Okay, I put the phone away and we head back to the manor.
All right. And I think that's a perfect time for us to pause this story for tonight. What an interesting turn of events. All of you were pretty much successful in your own ways with your endeavors. And I know this has been a constant worry of Ezekiel is that bringing the Sabbat to heal in the river region, in the capital city, the city of dreams. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Montgomery by Night called, again, One More Time. And we're going to sign out with, starting with Vittorio.
My name is Aiden Kell. I play Vittorio Giovanni. I am the Hakata. If you need to get in contact with me, you can get in contact with me on Instagram. That's Vittorio Giovanni. You can also get in touch with me, Aiden Kill, on Facebook, and you can check out what music Vittorio listens to by going to Spotify and looking up Giovanni.
Ezekiel.
Thank you for joining us. Name is Alex. We're happy that you enjoy our show. Thank you.
And the queen bitch herself, who is torturing herself, Tay.
Hi, I am Tay. I play behind the model Tremere. If you want to find me, my name is Kid Mishka on Instagram. And if you want to listen to the music that Behind listens to when he is jet setting around the world or, just bebopping around his house, just look on Spotify for Behind.
And I'm Joe, better known as DJ Torador, Nullifinger on Twitter. You can see on the handle. And I've been the ST for this ragtag coterie of bullshit. Um, hope you guys enjoyed. Also, like I said, this story got, well, this particular episode got very, very dark. Again, if it's too much, take time for yourself, because we'll take time for you. Remember, hate the characters, not the players. And signing off with this, as Outstar says, remember, don't get lost in the night. Good night, Kindred.